Hey guys, Natalie here with Canine Performance, and I have Homer with me. We have been working for the past several days on the climb command. We first started using positive reinforcement for luring onto the elevated dog bed. Then we implemented having the prong collar to have a little bit more reliability with the boundaries of the elevated dog bed to start creating that really reliable climb command. And now, nope, climb. Good. And now we are going to be making it even more reliable so that way we can get some more distance and duration with the climb command utilizing our e-collar. So I have the e-collar hooked up to the tone box. So in this lesson, I'm just gonna be working through the lesson like I normally would with Homer, and you'll be able to hear whenever I give that correction to him. A couple of different notes to know before you start utilizing the e-collar or any form of correction whenever you are starting to build in some more reliability into your commands the first one is to allow the dog to make mistakes. A lot of the time whenever I'm doing private lessons or even go home lessons with dogs, a lot of the times the owners having the dog up on the climb bed, they are very nervous that the dog is going to break from the command. We actually want the dog to be able to make their own decisions, so that way we have the opportunity to correct them for that and show them what is the most desirable one. Not saying we want to set the dog up for failure, but we want them to have those mistakes so that way we can correct them and add more clarity into the session. If I'm constantly trying to block him from getting off, he's not going to learn that getting off of it of his own volition without the break command is not what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and start walking through some of the different things that I do when I start teaching this and layering the e-collar over these different commands. The other thing that I want to note when you start teaching this is that your dog should have a fairly good understanding of the boundaries of the elevated dog bed. He has a pretty good understanding of this already. As you can see, he's not trying to get off of that. And that is because we started with our food reward of positive reinforcement and then layered in our prong collar and leash work. And I'm still going to be utilizing it in this session for easy leash guidance. So I'll go ahead and get started. Homer, break. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Good job, bud. Ready? Homer, climb. Good boy. Very good. Good job. So whenever he gets all four paws up onto the elevated dog bed, I'm going to mark good, and then I'm going to provide that positive reinforcement. I'm just using his kibble during this lesson, nothing super exciting for him at all. From here, now that he's up on it, I want to start adding some of that distance and duration. So I have his reactionary level, and I'm just simply going to start moving away from the bed, and then I'm going to mark good. And then I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to reward, and then I'm going to continue to start moving away, good, and come back in and reward. Even if I'm all the way back here and he starts to get off of it, that's all right. I am going to start to move in, but I'm going to wait for him to make that decision. And as soon as the paw hits the ground, that is the moment that I am going to say no, and then I'm going to provide a correction from the e-collar. I'm going to reset by moving away from the elevated dog bed and come back in and try again, if that makes sense. Break. Good boy, buddy. Good job. Good. Come on. Homer, climb. Good boy. Good job. Good. Good boy. Good. This is where you'll start wanting to move in and out away from the dog bed. Good. And you're going to want to start doing 180s and then also 360s around the elevated dog bed. Good. Good boy. As the dog starts to learn more about the boundaries of the elevated dog bed, what you will see is a lot of the times as the dog is building a lot more duration and time spent on the elevated dog bed, they'll start to get a little bit antsy. They'll start to stand on top of it instead of sitting or laying down. And what you'll see is that they will stand on the very edge of the elevated dog bed. And sometimes you can notice that they almost make the decision to get off of the bed and they're thinking about it and then they do not. It's really, really important that you capture that moment, you mark it, and then you reward that they made the choice not to get off of the elevated dog bed. Break. Good boy. Good job. Homework climb. Good boy. Good. From here, now that my dog understands the boundaries of the elevated dog bed, I can kind of start to add in a little bit more proofing. One of the things that I like to do with dogs now that they understand the boundaries of it and they understand that the word break releases them from that, is the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them to climb and go up onto the elevated dog bed, but I'm going to continue walking. The dog is probably going to be tempted to move with my body as I continue to walk away from the elevated dog bed. And in that moment, if they choose to get off of it, I'm simply going to mark no, I'm going to correct, replace them back on, and try that exercise a couple more times. So we'll go ahead and try that with Homer. Homer, break. Good job, bud. Ready? Come on. Homer, climb. Good boy. No. Homer, climb. Good boy. Good. So as you can see, as I moved past the elevated dog bed, he also wanted to continue and follow with me. So in that moment, I just said no, I gave a correction, and then I reset again. So gonna just continue and try that exercise several more times. Homer, break. Good job, buddy. Homer, climb. Good. Yes, good boy. Good job. Break. Good job, bud. Come on. Homer, climb. Good. No. Come in. Climb. Good boy. Good job. Break. Good boy. Come on. Homer, climb. Good. Good boy. Break. Good job. Good job, buddy. And then one more time. Come on. Homer, climb. Good. No. Climb. Good boy. Good job. Break. Come on. Climb. Good job. Good boy. Very good. Nice job, bud. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Climb. Good. And that's how you can start adding a little bit more distance and duration into your climb command. So if you're starting this at home, start in really short sessions first. We've already done a couple of sessions like this, so this is a little bit longer than yours at home needs to be if you're first starting to utilize the ecollar in your training for starting to have a little bit more reliability in the climb command. If you are at this point, start implementing a lot more proofing into your climb command. Toss some treats, toss a toy, move past the elevated dog bed, and correct for the behavior if they get off of it if you did not give the release command. So hopefully that was helpful, and see you guys in the next lesson.